Bonjour, je suis Florent Canto. Welcome to Chef and Wine Culinary Institute. So we are going to start the macaroon chocolates. So in your box you have the icing sugar, the almond powder and the cocoa powder. So we are going to mix the robocoupe to get something really thin. So like this, it will not be necessary to sift it later. So it's important to don't let mix too much time, because after the fat from the almond get out and it won't work the same to do the macaroons chocolates. So I'm going to put inside, and I'm going to blend a little bit. So I'm going to check if it's enough smooth. And this I'm going to reserve for later when I'm going to mix with the meringue. So inside our bowl of KitchenAid there is egg whites, the granulated sugar and tartar cream powder. So we are going to let it a long time, slowly, until it will be in meringue and strong. For the chocolate macaroon, we are going to incorporate brown color to get strongness color of chocolate. So for the raspberry macaroons, we are going to put raspberry color, red raspberry color. The pistachio macaroons, so we need green color, so I will put a little bit of green and also a little bit of yellow powder. We are going to add the powder that we have blended before. And now we are going to do something that we call in France macaroner. We are going to incorporate our powder and then the same that for the chocolate macaroon, we are going to macaroner. It's mean mixing until it's the good texture, ready to pipe and shiny, well shiny, to the ruban. So I'm going to put my mixture in my pastry bag with a tip, number 8 for the tip. I'm going to stick a paper on. To be able to pipe correctly. And then I'm going to pipe. So I prepare them well when I pipe them to really get a beautiful cook later. So we are going to cook the macaroons first 8 minutes, and then we are going to turn the tray inside the oven and cook more 7 minutes. So I'm going to put them to the oven. During 8 minutes at 140 degrees. So we see well the fruit of the macaroons that start to grow up. So it's almost ready to turn the tray. When it's going to ring, I'm going to turn the tray. So I put back to cook 7 minutes. Like this, in all the cooking, it will be 15 minutes. Now the macarons are cooked, so now we are going to start the next step, that is to garnish them. So now we are going to make the chocolate ganache for the macaroon, chocolate. So we are going to boil the cream with butter and inverted sugar, add on the chocolate, mix together and then cool down. So I help the butter to melt before the cream boils. Then I add my chocolate. And I mix really to the middle to get a seed elastic. So the ganache has to be smooth and shiny. Then I reserve a little bit to the fridge. So now we are going to prepare the garniture for the raspberry macaroon. So here we have pulp, of raspberry with 10% of sugar inside, and then here we have some sugar with pectin. We are going to boil the pulp, then add the sugar and pectin by rain inside, and then cook it for 3 minutes. So I incorporate my sugar and pectin together by rain, and then I'm going to cook it during 3 minutes. So my garniture is ready, then I'm going to cool down to the fridge. So I press a little bit just to be able to put more garniture inside. So I prepare now the garniture for the pistachio macaroon. So here you have the almond paste. I'm going to add a little bit of alcohol to help to get it softer. And then I will incorporate the pistachio dough. So now I put the pistachio dough. Now I incorporate my butter little by little. So I'm going to scrape to be sure everything is mixed together. And I continue to mix and I incorporate more butter. So I scrape again to be sure it's well mixed all together. So now it's cold. So now I can pipe. And now I close them. So now we are going to put to the fridge for overnight to let maturate. It's important to let maturation. So now you have 3 types of macaron. So pistachio, raspberry,